Something maybe you know, but maybe not. If there's one thing you need, I know it ain't me, but I wanna say these things anyhow. Lately, I seem to be losing my touch. I can't make myself laugh when it starts to get rough, and I want you to see what you're doing to me, 'cause I don't think you know well enough. Now maybe you can't find the one that you need, or you're looking so hard that you can't see, or a bright shining star has stolen your heart and blinded your eyes in a dream. Do you know how it feels to be tickled and teased until you can't breathe, until you can't breathe? Do you know how it feels to be down on your knees and you wanna say please, please let me be, and you wanna say please, but you just can't breathe, and you wanna say please, please let me be. Do you know how it feels to be tickled and teased until you can't breathe, until you can't breathe? Do you know how it feels to be down on your knees and you wanna say please, please let me be, and you wanna say please, but you just can't breathe, and you wanna say please, please let me be. Marty, I don't think that you mean what you do, and I know you don't try some kind of way out of here. Ship the joker to the thief. There's too much confusion. I can't get no relief. Businessman there, drink my wine. Plowman dig my earth. But none of them along the line know what end of it's worth. No reason to get excited. The thief he kindly spoke. There are many here among us who feel that life is but a joke. But you and I, we have been through that, and this is not our fate. So let us not talk falsely now. The hour is getting late.
There we go. Grooving out with some tracks.
Uh-huh.
Some tracks
Who's
that give me.
Wait. Where's my microphone at? Crap. I gotta find this. Where do I put this thing every time? God, it's always over here somewhere.
Nothing like throwing up that CD and having flashbacks to identifying frequency, EQ frequency bands being boosted and cut.
Where's it? Oh, there you are. Okay, sorry. I had to find the pop filter trampoline thingy, whatever.
Peas popping.
I don't want to pop my peas.
No. Actually, I'd have to take off the windscreen. Peas popping. Actually, it's
Oh.
not that bad.
I don't know. You used to pop your peas all the time, Gators. I don't know what happened. You got a better mic or something.
I've gone through some cheap mics over the years, and I didn't always have a pop filter.
We know.
But we did the show.
We know. We're like, oh, Gators is popping those. He's popping those peas.
Popping
Sorry,
those
They're
peas.
plosives.
Explosive peas.
There. I feel better now. Sorry, Mod Pro. I hope we didn't spit right on you.
Anyways, I'm here. Mars is here. And I don't know where Brian is yet. But he's probably on his way, unless he's not on his way. In which case, he's not.
Well, it's a nice day. It's like 79 degrees today, man. He's probably out partying.
That party animal.
Honestly, I wish it was this weather last Monday when I was barbecuing. It was pouring. It was pouring rain like there's no tomorrow. I'm like, good thing you're barbecuing out there. I'm not. I'm inside where it's dry. But we had some East Coast rain hitting us last Monday.
Well, he sent me a link during the week. I think he has a new game idea for the show, which Sean Locke came up with the idea, Spine in a Sack. So I'm not sure if I like the idea of playing
What does
Spine
he
in a
do?
Sack.
I don't want to know about a sack. No one wants to know about that.
No, it's okay because it's not that kind of sack. It's the kind of sack that holds a spine. So sack is not a dirty word, Mars.
No, it's not. I'm just trying to figure out how you put a spine in a sack.
Well,
We'll figure this out when he talks to us, I guess. I
don't know. We shouldn't. If we cover Brian's topic before he gets here.
Yeah, we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that. That's not cool. not cool.
That would not be, because then he'd be trying to talk about it. We'd be like, no, we already did it. And it'd be
No,
like-
we're not gonna do that. No, it's not cool. We gotta wait for Brian.
One's in the chat if we should do that. No kidding.
No,
I'm
don't
kidding.
do that. No, that would be right, because then Brian will be mad.
You know we're gonna get the ones in the chat.
Well.
You know-
Well, either the one or the F or the two, but
No, we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that. No. So yeah. So today was a Monday, and
it was very Monday.
it was very Monday, and word
And nothing
around
was working today like 90% of the day, so I sat on my butt and took a nap.
So apparently, drama might possibly be brewing behind the scenes at my place of work, because, well,
Oh.
like a few months ago, they decided that requiring the full company to come in twice a month was not enough, and they required the company to come in once a week. Now, the majority of IT is remote, and they're only coming in twice a month. Now, myself and my coworker, we can't get away with that. So, when the rest of IT is all crying, boo-hoo-hoo, we have to come in once a week now, I'm kind of like, I have to come in, like, twice a week, at least half the
I have a
week.
friend.
So, like, no sympathy here.
I have a friend that's mad. He has to go in. He's gonna have to start going in 5 days a week. He's so upset. He's like, I used to go in twice a week, and they put 40 hours, and now I have to go in like almost every
Yeah.
day, and I hate it. And I'm like, oh, okay.
You know
I
what?
don't-
If you want to have a staff that is updating their resume and job hunting every chance they get, force them to come into the office 5 days a week unnecessarily. That's how you lose a staff. But Dune writes in, oh, by the way, that tool that dropped Thuggy was the Twitch CEO, which is what they were reporting.
Was it him?
Well, the thing
Is that John Twitch?
all right, so here's what happened. There was that incident at
Oh yeah, it's
TwitchCon
all over Twitch. It's all over Twitch and Twitter and everywhere
with
else.
with the guy that tried to kiss the girl.
yeah,
and-
which is
and-
BS.
Yes.
BS. It jumped through the line.
Right, right. He jumped the line. Security was not catching that. Her security had to intervene at the last minute. And then apparently she is reporting that TwitchCon security did not eject him
TwitchCon has been-
from the event.
Oh my god.
Now, in response to that event going viral, which it should,
Oh yeah, that should seriously go viral. Yeah.
but in addition to that, another video went viral of Thug Shells being picked up and flipped over by some dude on the stage, and he dropped her. He picked her up unexpectedly and dropped her.
Is she okay?
Well, we reached out to ask her, and yes, she is okay. She was okay. She got up and continued performing in the clip. And when we reached out to ask her about it, apparently this clip is a year old.
It's a year old.
But people are passing it around as if it's another
It's
example
now, oh.
of that's now that, like, my God, what the fuck's going on there at TwitchCon? We got creepers trying to kiss girls. We got the CEO dropping some chick on the stage. What the fuck? And yes, they are both what the fuck moments. It's just that the what the fuck on the Thug Shells clip is coming a year late. And yes, it was the Twitch CEO who's up there on the stage, who's just like, I'm gonna pick her up, I'm gonna flip her around, and so now the CEO might be getting some scrutiny.
So, TwitchCon has been very much known for a lot of this stuff in the past. It's not just these 2 years. Originally, I think one of the earlier TwitchCons, there was a foam pit incident. You heard about the foam pit incident, right?
Right.
Okay. Basically, the foam pit incident is they didn't take care of it. People were jumping in it and freaking giving themselves concussions and stuff. So there was a lot of stuff going on there. It's been very synonymous with, and I'm not saying there's anything wrong with TwitchCon. Guys, go TwitchCon, be safe, whatever. Just be aware of stuff going around, because it's a con. That's what it is. It's a con.
You know what? I think that we should follow Dune's lead. I think they should hand out tasers to all the girls that go to TwitchCon.
They might like that though, Gators. That's the problem.
I like.
That's the problem.
They might like it,
that.
but they'll be twitching on the floor.
Well, that's TwitchCon.
Like it or not, they're twitching
That's
on the floor.
TwitchCon, sir.
And when
That's TwitchCon.
and when they're twitching on the floor, they're not trying to kiss girls, so it don't really
No.
matter if they like
No.
it or not. It
No,
makes it.
that person. The thing is, the thing that makes me mad about the whole thing is they didn't eject the security didn't take the guy out and take him outside and say you are banned, go away, because that is not cool. They just sat there and said, okay, sit over there in the corner. You're a bad boy.
Yeah.
You know, that's all they did.
Now, to finish reading Dune's comment, that was the Twitch CEO that dropped Thug Shells last year. And he was in the middle of the jacked up way that the creep this year was handled. The original punishment for the groper was banned from Twitch for 30 days.
That's BS. No. He should not be. Number one, he should have been kicked. He should either been kicked out of TwitchCon itself. Because I'm sorry,
I mean that's the starting point. The starting point is, you are not allowed in this building because you have threatened one of our guests.
Yeah.
And then I don't care what
I'm sorry.
Access to a website is not what needs to be scrutinized here. Legal action, charges pressed.
Yeah. That I'm sorry. I hate to say it, and I
Court
hate to say
of law.
It's assault
is what
and battery.
needs to be happening.
It's assault and battery. That's exactly what that is. I'm sorry.
Yeah. It's okay. We banned him from our website. Dude, did you call the cops? Did you get the guy in cuffs? Did you get the guy?
Dude, there are VTubers that freaking show underboob. They're gone for 3 months. What the hell? And those are cartoons. And then what do? Well, they're not. They're people. But the cartoon.
But he won't have access.
Our
website under his registered login for 30 days. If he wants to participate, he'll have to sign up with an alternate email address.
Oh, he probably has his own.
Ooh, they showed him.
Who here in this channel does not have an alt on Twitch? Who doesn't?
Heck, I honed my band dodging skills back in the Sailor Moon days. I had to.
Yeah, and how well did that work out for you?
Not well.
No, it's okay. It's okay. No, they should have better security. There are. Oh, there's Brian.
And Brian is in the chat.
There are a lot of people that didn't go with just Twitch security. They went for their company security, like Uwu Market or there's a couple other Gamer Subs. They had their own security. They took a lot better care of their talents than just Twitch did, and that's very sad. And that may not be the norm. Just kissing the person, and like I said, line evading, very easy to do. Getting to places you want to go to, very easy to do. When I didn't have a cane, I was able to see decently. I'd go to cons and I'd go, oh, look, there's the dealer's room. There's a 7-hour wait to get in. So I started wandering around the building. I go, oh, there's a door right here. It's unlocked. I just walk in. we won't. And the thing is, I'm not. I'm very rare. I'm not a malicious person. I walked in. I looked around. I was kind of just wandering around. People go, hey, and they just said hi to me. They didn't like question me or anything, because you know what? I'm looking around. I have my hands behind my back and I'm kind of looking around, going, okay, cool.
As Dune said yesterday, all you need to get in anywhere, just 2 dudes carrying a ladder, you're in.
Yeah,
you're in. That is. Or you just need to find a friend in the ladder. You can get anywhere you need to go.
Or you just don't look. You look like you either know what you're doing.
People hold the door open for you.
Yeah. You look like you know what you're doing. Or if they ask you, hey, sir, this is a restricted area, you should be gone. I'm like, okay, thank you very much. And that hopefully they ask you that.
Hey, dude, this is a restricted area. It's okay. I got the ladder.
Oh, God, I got the ladder. No, and I admit, I would.
Where do you want me to set this up?
I'm not going to say I didn't do my chore. Like, I left the room. But I waited, and I waited in line for 4 hours, and I have no problem with that, because line culture is a thing.
Right.
Where were you at there?
This was at an anime convention.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I used to go to anime conventions a lot when I was younger. So.
But what we were talking about is TwitchCon has is it still happening, or is it wrapped up, or it recently
I
happened?
think today. I think it wrapped up yesterday, but I think there's strike orders in the hotels and stuff
break
today.
it up.
Breaking up.
What is it?
What
is
were you
it hard
saying,
to do?
Johnny?
No. Well, Mars and I can hear each other fine.
Yeah.
Isn't that right?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Well,
Brian,
I'm
you
hearing
sound
you
fine to
now,
me.
but just in your last thing, you broke up so much there weren't any words.
Mars,
Oh.
did it break up on your side?
And Mars isn't breaking up for me.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You don't. Hey, it's good not to be breaking up, right?
Okay.
Yeah, no,
Well-
Gators, you sound fine to me. It's okay. I
okay,
think
so
there might be some bandwidth things. AWS went
Trying to
down,
keep
and
up with
life
the-
is going crazy right now.
AWS, yeah. We you know,
What is AWS?
Amazon
servers.
servers basically.
Oh,
it's-
yeah. I see their ads all the time.
yeah, yeah. It's
Where the fuck
basically
are they? Oh, it's Amazon.
why host
on
a bunch
Twitch,
of
by the way.
servers in a server room when you could just hand over a shit ton of money to Amazon every month,
Oh,
And-
sure, yeah.
and put it all in the cloud.
I'm not sure that I would pick Amazon as my server.
Oh, they're big.
They're huge,
They're,
Brian, they're huge.
they're like the big player now.
well.
I would bet-
When you search for who's hosting service, you get Google and you get other things. I
Well-
didn't even notice Amazon on the list.
Well, the thing about AWS is it's not just server hosting; it's publishing cloud desktop environments, cloud computing type things. So that is very powerful to be able to build out virtual workstations to all your work environment, and then you just buy them like the cheapest laptops ever that just are able to bring up the session on the screen. Apparently, though, over the past few years, there's been a trend moving away from cloud computing back to hosted servers because it is the cheaper way to go these days. And I think if we get a few more of these data center disasters that knock a bunch of people down.
And it was not just a bunch; it was a booty load.
It
Yeah,
would be a shitload. Yeah.
My dad
Actually, I
called
saw
me
on
this.
Facebook. Hey, anybody? I'm safe from AWS.
No, you're
what?
not.
we were impacted some, but not majorly. Few of our because we do have stuff in there, so there were a few things that were a little spotty. But I feel like the hosting servers versus cloud server thing is going to start to be the new own lease printer cycle, where you have someone that comes in and goes, "Why are we spending all this money on leasing printers when we can own the equipment? We get this monthly thing off my budget."
Well, big Wall
printer.
Street corporations don't like to own anything.
Well, that varies. Though.
That's been a trend going on for decades.
I have seen the printer go through cycles of let's own them, let's lease them, let's
Yeah.
own
Sure.
them.
Yeah.
well, I
Those
mean,
are the same thing.
so they actually first started with copy machines.
I
You
mean,
know,
it's the
who
best.
owns
That's
copy
the
mach-
easiest
the big
example.
copy machines anymore? I don't think anybody does.
No, we use them. We use them at our college.
Copy machines are still
Yeah.
very much a thing.
Yeah, they're copy machines, printers. They all link into
Sure.
the same thing. So like a lot of the
Okay.
offices,
Physical paper copies are still
Yeah.
a business need, not nearly as much as it used to be, but enough that instead of having like 10 printers, you have 2. It's certainly the need has greatly reduced. But
Well,
yes.
I mean, Tharco used to own their own trucks to deliver their product to customers,
Huh,
and
makes
then they
sense.
outsourced it.
right.
So that's where Gardner came in.
I see. So
But we did, a bunch of us in IT went down to San Jose to see, one of these server farms where you could move your equipment into their farms. You'd run down there to patch things up or do it remotely. We considered it, but we kind of go, but why? We have our own space.
right.
The thing is, you would have their, guaranteed power supply. We had that big backup generator with batteries.
And it never worked right.
Well, what was funny when I was working in Denver at the bomb plant, they had a weekly test of the emergency backup,
Mm-hmm.
and one time it failed because the guy that was operating it forgot to put diesel fuel in it.
Well, that'll do it.
I don't want the word fail and bomb point to be in the same area.
I
I'm
noticed
just-
Exactly.
I'm just saying. I want those not to be coexisting in the same
Yes,
sentence.
exactly.
Now, the way you worded that leaves it open to interpretation. You,
Of course.
you say he failed to put diesel fuel, but you don't say that he failed to fuel it at all, which implies that he may have fueled it with the wrong type of fuel and thus caused.
No, there was no fuel at all. No.
Oh, so he failed to fuel it.
So the generator didn't start up.
Right. Well, the problem at our building was, I mean, we had that huge ass bank of batteries, which could basically run the building's electric for a few hours. I think there was a period of time that the power went out and that was stayed on and powered things for an hour or so. But the main reason for that battery to exist was to bridge the gap between the power going out and the generator kicking up and taking over. But usually that battery didn't take over smoothly. I mean, the whole, it had one job. The one job was to cause a power failure to be, to not cause any interruptions. For power failures to be an uninterrupted transition from power to generator. But the power going out would trip up the battery and shut it down every fucking time. Which
Actually, in fact, there was a situation where we were playing with some small UPSs. You know, there's the big
right.
out there. APC, I have one, and okay, this is supposed to be fantastic. They plugged in whatever they had the computer running on it, and then they just pulled the plug from the walls to see how it would switch over, and the computer crashed. But this was just a desktop computer.
Yeah. But I mean, that just, it was like, why do we even have this huge monstrosity that exists strictly to cause a power failure to be uninterrupted? And,
Well, and see, and
it didn't do the one thing. It had one job.
And the maintenance on those was pretty bad because
It was expensive.
this was lead acid batteries.
And we had to service them every few years, I think. We had to replace the batteries.
Yeah, they don't really last that long. So
we poured money into this monstrosity that took up a huge amount of space in the room that had one job, and it didn't even do that job.
yeah. Oh well.
Oh my God! But Dune, echoing what I was saying about printers. Yes, printers, copiers, trucks. They are like, hey, we can rent and save millions. Then, hey, why do we pay for that? Well, we can just have our own. You always get.
You
that
know
guy-
why? You know why they do that? They put
To make
together
their mark.
the project plan
Yeah.
that demonstrates that you're going to save a ton of money. Right?
Yeah. Exactly. That's
So
what-
the managers can get a big bonus for saving money.
right.
Oh.
In both cases, once the truth is realized, there was no savings, and in most cases, money lost. The dude that was the cause is promoted and on to another complete corporate
Exactly.
fucking.
Yeah, he was no longer responsible.
Well, although I will say, I ran into one person that actually knew what he was talking about when it came to printers, and it was that Boise guy that was up in the Portland area, who's an older guy. He, when the migration, he was always responsible for the printers. He was the printer guy. And why was he the printer guy? Because he could whip up a spreadsheet that would come up with the cheapest price per page count, accounting for everything, accounting for, the toner, the paper, the maintenance contract, lease versus own. And he would whip up these complex spreadsheets, and it would all come down to, this option gives us this price per page. This is the best price. And he would put in the work and figure out the best option for every case. And he had built quite a reputation on doing that. He was well liked in the company. Anyway, Sparky Toaster is in the house, and we like
Yo,
cats.
Sparky.
Now, Sparky asking, did Johnny lose power at work today? No, we did not. I mean, the AWS outage impacted us a little bit for a period of time. Not a huge impact. Not a big deal. Dune writing in, we had multiple backup generator failures. In every case, they had been unhooked at some point to change switches or something and not reconnect it correctly. No shit.
Oh man, there's
At least-
a job half done.
You know, the thing is though is that it is scary how bad we are in general at disaster plans. It's the thing is that it's hard to prioritize something that's not an immediate need when you have to deal with immediate needs day after day. And then you get shit like this where when did we last test the generator? Oh, that wasn't even hooked up right again when it was done and no one checked it.
You don't have a regular cycle of testing them?
I mean, if there are companies that have diligent disaster recovery plans with testing and checks, but apparently Dune has lived through cases where at least 3 times it's been proven that there was not checking done because it was not operational.
Yeah,
I will say
that's just stupid.
and I'll say a few times our generator didn't come up properly. It did. I can think of times it did come up, and then we had to power everything back up again because the battery part didn't work right. But I think there was at least one time that the generator was down, and we were running off battery as long as we could. Let's see. Dune writes in, guess what they did? They have an outside service now. Wish I was making it up. An outside service to maintain the generator?
Mm-hmm.
We can't be bothered to check our generator, so we'll pay someone else to do it?
Sounds about right.
Did someone get a bonus for spending that money?
You should know when the guy shows up.
Mm.
Yeah.
And he might have specialized expertise, and maybe it's cheap.
Sparky writes in, nobody tests anything anymore. These backup devices should be tested monthly. Exactly. You got to test your backup.
We started with access to the anime convention, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Just grab a ladder. I was watching an episode of MacGyver earlier today.
Wait, good MacGyver or new MacGyver?
Old MacGyver, good one.
Good MacGyver, good.
Anyway, so there was a bomb threat to this dignitary from out of sight, overseas. And these guys dressed as janitors got into the building and planted the bomb.
Of course.
You
It's
know
like-
what? Yeah.
And wait a minute, the Phoenix Foundation doesn't have higher security than that?
Well, there's.
It's like,
Brian, Brian.
the janitors aren't coming in tonight. You've missed your chance. You got to go home or you come back in a couple of hours.
The thing is, there are people that you can hire to ethically, that know all the tricks and that will ethically do everything they can to break in every way they can.
Yeah.
And the reason I know about this is because I've watched videos about one specific aspect of this, but then you get to know who the people are that made these interesting videos. Elevator security is a huge deal because that's a way to gain access to things. Like if you want to gain access to a building after hours, you could hide in an elevator, set it to an out of service mode, and just wait for everyone to leave and lock up, and then reactivate the elevator, and you're in the building, and then from there it's what doors can they get open, what.
Well, but some buildings have, you can't get to the 27th floor because you need a key. Or your ID
right. That's
card.
why the elevator is one part of their job. I mean, there's some techie stuff that they do. Well, they'll do things to trick people into getting close enough to them to get a scan of their badge so that they can build a fake badge, or they'll use different types of tech.
So before I worked at the bomb plant. Security was very high, thank goodness. You did have people trying to get in with a fake badge.
Okay.
Usually they would find somebody that has a badge. They make a copy of it, stick their own picture in it,
Right.
but it would be kind of flimsy and what have you. So the fix for the problem was when you came through security, the security guy had to physically touch your badge.
So then they just had to make fake badges that had the right thickness.
Well,
These
and
people
it
don't
had
know
to
how
look
make good
like.
badges.
Well, in this case, they're just using the badges at nighttime when everyone's left, type of situation.
Oh, well,
So
sure.
it's not
Yeah,
even.
yeah. Well,
I-
high security area, it's much more involved than that.
The
But,
point, pen testing, it looks for all these flaws and all
Yeah.
these vulnerabilities. So,
Sure.
like, if you're not up to stuff on things, you can hire people to find and tell you what to do.
Yeah,
yeah,
put a plan
Sneakers
together
was a
for
good
you.
movie. That was great.
yeah, it's a great movie.
Cool.
Yeah, you know the people that probably broke into the Louvre and stole a bunch of stuff was probably dressed in carpenters' outfits or something.
Oh, I bet you they were. Probably got someone to
Probably.
hold the door open for them.
Oh yeah, let me in here. And they leave and
But we were expecting Joe.
they're expecting Joe.
I don't know what to tell
I
you. But
like
we got the ladder. We got the ladder. You see, we're ready to work, right?
I think it was the Ghostbusters movie where they just, I think it was the second one where they just set up shop at a manhole.
Yes, that was the
Oh, yeah.
second one.
Yeah, yeah.
Just go
They're
in
dropping
there,
them
and when
down.
the cops came,
Yeah, they're
the
just
guy
dropping
just,
down.
he yells at the cops, hey, we got work to do. I got,
But they got busted for that stuff.
Yeah, they got busted, but it was funny that they were trying to pull it off,
Right. Just
and
like-
it was fun. I mean, hey, Ghostbuster was funny.
Yeah,
It's a great movie.
yeah. Well, the second one not as good as the.
It's a good movie. I
Sure.
enjoyed it.
Sure.
It's okay.
And the song was awesome.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, they made the Statue of Liberty come to life and walk by spraying it with goo. So
I
Right,
mean,
right.
yeah.
honestly, either that or a toaster. I mean, which would you
Oh
rather
yes,
have?
the dancing,
Dancing
toaster.
toaster, yeah.
You gotta love the dancing toaster.
Yeah, yeah. It was that.
Yeah.
Not going to get many sparks out of that one, Sparky.
And the dancing toaster. I don't know. That thing was
Yeah.
kind
No,
of.
I think it burned him though, right? Didn't
Yeah.
it? Because
I
because
forget.
it would dance, but it was evil goo, wasn't it? So
No, they're singing while it was dancing. Well, no. After a second while, they're yelling at it. It was jumping.
right. Well, first they yelled at it and it would bubble up, and that's the thing. It was feeding off of the city's anger.
Yeah.
Is what it was.
Right, right.
And
Funny movie.
I mean,
yeah.
Bobby Brown's song says it all. So if you want to listen to a 5-hit someday or a rerun of a 5-hit or something one day,
So-
you'll hear
so-
it.
So
Oh,
anyway,
which movie was that, Dune?
Which one?
He in his last post, where they use a ladder, break in
Daylight.
broad daylight, steal the golden jewels, and get away with it.
I
On a
don't think
scooter.
I don't think he's referring to a movie. I think he's referring
That's
to
probably the Louvre.
You
Oh, in the Louvre. Oh, okay.
Probably. That's
Yeah,
probably what
I-
happened.
I just saw the headline. I go, okay, so big deal.
Yeah. Now speaking of Dune, and our topic, Dune's Instagram feed is still, despite our best efforts, is still fucked up.
What's wrong with it?
Well, I don't know if we're entirely sure how it happened, but Dune thinks that the Pokemon card videos somehow led him down a alternate rabbit hole off the side. And what it was is he was watching videos of there's a type of video that's trending on Instagram where people open up a pack of Pokemon cards and then if they get a special one that's valuable in there, they celebrate, they have their sleeves, they carefully put it in the sleeve to keep it in
Yeah.
pristine condition.
Yeah,
and
yeah, I
this-
watched this on Twitch.
and so after watching some of these, another completely different type of video started showing up in his feed. And what Dune was noticing is it was a theme of people being very suggestive and stealthily trying to bend the rules. Like first he shows me a video that because he starts sharing me all the videos that he's seeing. Like, what's up with this?
Steven, welcome to our show.
Hello there. And he is in Texas
At a dealership.
at a dealership.
I
Nice.
take it a car dealer?
I mean,
Yeah. He works with the electric vehicles.
oh, that's
Oh.
right.
Right. That's our very own Stephen St. Peter from Bucksport, Maine.
Wait, why is he in Texas?
Because
that's why I was confused. I go, what? Okay.
Yeah. So anyways,
Do they sell many electric cars in Texas?
They don't sell electric cars everywhere.
Do
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyways, back to what I was talking about. So Dune noticed that in his feed, like for example, a girl is kind of doing a dance and she's wearing a shirt with nothing under the shirt with only one button buttoned. So like you're getting like some really good cleavage shot, maybe, and there's also like no panties on, so you might get like a few frames where you kind of get a little glimpse at.
Wait, why is Dune getting these?
That is the question that Dune was asking, and so apparently it's a thing. Like he shows this one video where it looks normal. This girl's holding a little like plastic container of blueberries, and I think she's talking about the blueberries. And then at some point, she nonchalantly, as if it's an intended motion, kind of flips the bin up. But if you pay attention, this reveals the fact that she's not wearing pants, and it's like these are getting past the filters.
Yeah, didn't they just add brand new filters for freaking teens and everything now?
Well, apparently, this is a new thing. Sexy videos that get that the filters don't detect, and now Dune actually messaged me today about this, and he what did he say to me? He was quite distraught over this. He said, "Dude, I can't even casually scroll on Insta anymore. It's one post from someone I follow, and then boob, kitty, kitty, boob, kitty, kitty." And so
I'm not want kitties on my feet. Oh,
I'm not. I'm not entirely happy with all the results, but I did try to get AI to make a song about it because I'm thinking.
All right.
Kitty. So let's play some of the bad AI slop examples of songs about Dune's predicament here. So this one's called "Dude, I Can't Scroll."
Scrolling through the bright blue light, but the vibes just don't feel right. She's supposed to dance with the suggestive sway, caught the feel after in the face. Every swipe of curious tease, it's hard to find a moment of ease. It's the same day after day. Well, through the modern ballets, dude, I can't scroll. It's a wild show. Ooh, kitty, kitty, where the good posts go. Just one kick, then here comes the street. Ooh, kitty, kitty, that's all I see. Late night memes in the sea.
So yeah, that's that
I
one.
approve. That's good. That's good. That's a good tune.
That's
It's
not
a good
bad.
tune. I'm sorry.
That's not
That's
bad.
pretty good.
Yeah,
Let's see.
can't really complain on that one.
Scrolling deep in the night, see a flashing delight. One glance at a friend's post, and the way starts to coast. Dude, I can't scroll so now. It's all just a bit too loud. Boo, kitty, kitty, boo, kitty, 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 boo.
Yeah, that one's not as good as the last
I like
one.
the first one better. I'm
Yeah.
gonna say.
Let's give this one a try.
Rolling through the endless glow, each post feels like a chore, just a face in a sea of flesh.
And I can't help but dimple. What happened to the days about when feeds were purely light? Now it's all a guessing game, lost in algorithms height. Dude, I can't even casually scroll on Insta anymore. It's one post from someone I follow, and then boo, kitty, kitty, boo, kitty, kitty. Dude, I can't even casually scroll on Insta anymore. There's one post from someone I follow. Boo, kitty, kitty, boo, kitty, kitty. The images were like a dream.
So that one's, kind of a nice little group. Boob, kitty, kitty, boob, kitty, kitty.
You know what's funny? It reminded me of some of Steely Dan stuff.
It kind of has that jazzy, smooth groove. I obviously asked it for yacht rock. Let's give this.
Rolling through these images like a carnival of me. My casual flit turns and converts in this digital degree. This world of endless glamour where the rules unfold so sly. As I laugh at my dismay, wondering how time slipped by. Ooh, I can't ignore shadowy scroll on these standing walls. Post for someone. Ooh, I can't ignore.
That one's more a little in the background. Boob, kitty, kitty.
Yeah, that could go on the elevator really nicely.
Yeah. Let's see. Then we got this one.
Scrolling through the endless stream. Once a friend, now an evil. Fingers what it feels surreal. Caught in this visual reels. The carpet match the field. Lost in a visual creed. Shaped or striped, it all blends. Look at another, say it all begins. Boo kitty, kitty, boo kitty. Can't escape, it's getting pretty. Boo kitty, kitty, boo kitty. Just wanted laughs, now it's also witty. Curated.
That one's not bad.
Not horrible.
Yeah. Let's see what we got.
Scrolling through my feed, oh so sly. A carousel of moments that catch the eye. Sipping on the stella, I take my time. But each spark reveals a telltale rhyme. Some sunset shots feel me more too. I can't escape from the out of a stew. It's like a puzzle where the pieces don't fit. Every other post just a cheeky little bit. Boop kitty kitty, boop kitty kitty. Caught in the world when it's so little pretty. To play for all the rhythm you just can't ignore.
That's great.
A moment of family, then it's back to the store. Boop kitty kitty kitty, boop kitty kitty. Didn't sign up for this digital city. And the strips of beat of the already. Pick up and match the element of the shape described. Choices about flicking in surprise.
I don't think the voices are as good as they used to be. They sound kind of computery sometimes.
What are you using? Which
Udio.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's some other really good ones too.
I might need to branch out to some others. Oh, this is a nice group.
Oh.
Sounds like Michael Jackson.
And then I thought, well, maybe we should do something more like a folky type of sound.
Just wanted to check in and see what's new. Cause this dog at sunset.
Oh no, that one was. I think this one was better.
Yo, yes, Major. Done all now checking to see what's new. Cause it's all the sunset view. But the feet of the flange for me. And the rhythm's got no subtlety. Boo kitty kitty, boo kitty kitty, strolling through the noise, it's getting ready. Boo kitty kitty, boo kitty kitty, casual was gone, and now it's all so pretty.
Got some tuba in there.
It's wow.
And these strips and velvet balls swipe through fire, she freaked the laws. She described it's all the same. The carpet's matching, but she used to blame. Boo kitty kitty, boo kitty kitty, strolling through the noise, it's getting ready. Boo kitty kitty, boo kitty kitty, casual's gone, now it's all so pretty.
I like this one. It's great.
I just wanted to see my cousin's dog, a golden retriever and a pumpkin frog. But he had other plans for me. Now I'm deep in feline day. Boo kitty kitty, boo kitty kitty, strolling through the noise, getting ready. Boo kitty kitty, boo kitty kitty, casual's gone. I was all so pretty. I la song.
There we go. So
That was worth it right there. That was
so yeah, we got some boob kitty kitty songs there for Dune.
that. I like that
So,
last one.
So Dune Dune Go to OMG refrain is great though. Then there was the other one that he agreed was very Steely Dan-ish. And now Sparky's got a link for us. So let me go find that link. But yeah, we're gonna. Oh nope. Let's see. Dune says, "Thank you. It was pretty awesome." Yeah, let's see. Here's another one. All right. So Sparky sent us a link to Kiss a Kitty.
Oh.
Okay, this song's written by someone that's never tried to actually kiss a cat.
What?
Either that or they're singing about something different.
About a kitty.
I dig the groove, though. That is a nice bass groove right there. I think we could work some boob kitty kitty into a groove like that. That was, yeah. Yeah. But, no, cats generally don't like to be kissed.
Why not?
Now they, you know, they don't like you getting all up in their space, you know.
Yeah.
Oh.
Maybe you can get away with a little kiss on the head.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's typical.
If you want to do that, I okay.
So, anyways, it's that time of the year where you got to ask the question.
You got the turkey?
Yeah.
Got the turkey.
Yeah.
Did Mod Pro had the turkey last week? That's the question.
Mod Pro, yeah, because Mod Pro was celebrating Thanksgiving last week, which she already chimed in about that. So happy belated Thanksgiving to Mod Pro. Had 2 Thanksgivings, a Friendsgiving and a family.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right.
Lots of turkey.
So what about you, Mars? You serving up a turkey this year?
You got the turkey?
For Thanksgiving?
Yeah.
I'm sure my sister is. I'll probably go down there.
Okay.
I'm not serving it.
Yeah.
We'll probably smoke it like we usually do.
Okay.
Yeah, smoking is pretty good.
Now, Brian, what about you?
You got the turkey?
We got reservations.
You got reservations.
Yep, that's about right. Rizzies are in.
You're eating turkey at a restaurant?
Correct. Yeah, they do a they do a Thanksgiving deal. So hey, we'll do it.
Is it a buffet type of thing?
Oh hell no! They serve to your table.
Ah, okay.
And you can have choices.
Because one year for Easter, we did a buffet type of thing that a restaurant was having as a special for the day. It was really good. It was like a brunch buffet type of thing. So they had the breakfast stuff, the lunch stuff, and the desserts, and it was all you could eat. And I tested that theory thoroughly. And Dune asking, do we know where that clip is from? I don't know where that clip is from. That is something that Damon and Liam whipped up when they were talking about Thanksgiving. I think that was a Liam find during the Damon Liam era of NHB show stream. And I just love that clip so much. I found a clean spot. I think I lifted it literally from a download of their podcast and isolated that out.
You got the turkey?
I just love the inflection on that voice. I don't know why. It's one of those things that there's no reason for it to be funny. It just is.
You got the turkey?
Well, we kind of play it as a joke line.
Yeah. It works for a joke line. And so I got the annual invite from my aunt that she is, even though every year she says she's selling the house, she's again inviting us to Thanksgiving at the lake house. So
She's just not in a hurry to sell it, I think.
the house has survived another year of threatened sales. So I'm thankful for that. That gives me time to figure out how to get my hands on a winning lottery ticket so I can take that house off her hands. But
What's the going rate?
I have no idea. It's
Maybe
lakefront
we should
property.
give you a good deal. See, you're my favorite aunt.
Well, I might be her favorite nephew. So, but you know, real estate is real estate. Sparky rating it, she never sells. We'll find out. Last year, she kept telling me we are going to sell the house. Isn't that right? While looking at my uncle. So I don't know if she's implying he's the holdout, or well, no, she is implying he's the holdout. But I don't know what the. Anyways,
so maybe he really doesn't want to sell.
I don't know.
But how old are they, roughly?
I'm not good with numbers and years and dates.
I'm not good with numbers.
Old enough to be my aunt and uncle.
There you go.
Sparky writes in, she says this to keep people coming out because she wants people to think this will be the last time for this house.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's a sales pitch.
It's well, you know, well,
like all sales lately since COVID. Oh yes, the supply is limited, and this is your last chance, and all this kind of stuff. Oh really?
So
I'm playing that same ad for over a year.
Well, I will say that it's been
Apparently
a long.
That's not working.
Well, I will say that it's been a long time since I've gotten there in summer, and I've been trying to, and so I keep saying, "Oh, this summer we should all like be my siblings, so we could kind of."
Yeah, this is the place that's on a
Cheap
lake,
up.
right?
What's that?
This is the place that's in a lake in Pennsylvania or something, right?
Correct.
Why don't you go and spend a week there? Forget about the rest of the family.
Well, if I was telling a story about just that,
I mean,
so
yeah, I mean, don't talk about it, just do it.
well, if I could tell the story about when I tried to do that.
Tell it.
So last year for Thanksgiving, I'm like, this year let's do it. Let's come down for a week for Hartford Fair, and it's always like, oh, but there's a week that we go to the lake in Maine around that time of the year. I'm like, all right, when you go into the lake in Maine? Okay, you're going to the lake in Maine that week. The county fair is the week after that. So you get back from that lake, and we'll come down the following week. And it's like, oh, well, we got to do things in the weekend. All right, we'll come down during the week. We'll come for a long weekend, the second half of that week after you're back from the weekend. So we discussed this. We agreed to this. We had a verbal contract. And so I put in for the time off. And I call her up early August like, hey, getting ready to come down. Will you be down the lake for the week Hartford Fair? And she's like, well, we're going to the lake at Maine the week before. I'm like, right, we talked about this. And she goes, well, I'm not planning on going until Friday. And I'm like, and that Friday was the weekend of my dad's birthday. So that was too late. I couldn't come down for that. So she and she's like, well, we need to talk about it ahead of time. I'm like, but we did. We talked about this on Thanksgiving. She goes, oh, okay, well, you need to get me to write it down next time. So now I have my task for Thanksgiving this year to get her to fucking write it down.
Uh-huh.
Now, Sparky wants to know, what is Brian doing? Is he building a shelf?
Oh, I'm dorking around with a computer.
Ah.
Unfortunately, I didn't turn I don't know why I didn't turn the camera to show what I'm doing.
Yeah. I don't know why either. So anyways, unfortunately, I'm the only one of our clan, me and my siblings that's actually going to my aunt's Thanksgiving this year. My brother, he's going to the in-laws for Thanksgiving this year.
Okay.
My youngest sister also going to the in-laws for Thanksgiving this year, and my other sister, her husband is on call for that week, so they can't travel up to Pennsylvania, and she doesn't want to leave him behind for Thanksgiving, so she's staying home with him. So it's just me, my aunt and uncle, and cousins, which is still a nice gathering. There's still plenty of cousins to see, and it's nice to see the cousins, but it's kind of a bummer my brother and sisters are bailing this year.
I just woke up to her game.
No, it's if there's any reason they're not coming, it has nothing to do with their stories of selling the house. We love our aunt. We really do. She's a good aunt. I'm hoping my other aunt gets there this year. She skipped last year, and we'll see what happens. So, but yeah, it should still be a fun gathering. It's just so here's what I've come up with, because I've been thinking about this. Now, you all remember 2 years ago I hosted Christmas here at this house, and God, I don't know how old she is. Stop making me look like a
older than your father.
No, this aunt is on my mother's side of the family, and she's the youngest of those, so younger than my mom. But I couldn't give you an age, and
Okay.
I don't feel like doing the math right now.
Yeah.
So, in the generation of my parents, but on the younger end of that. No, she's not 80. She's not that old.
Maybe Sparky's trying to hook her up. I don't know.
Anyways, here's what I'm getting at. So 2 years ago, Sparky saying use pie. The math will be easier. I will be using pie. There'll be a pecan pie. I'm sure she'll bring a pumpkin pie. If not, I'll make a pumpkin pie. There'll be cheesecake.
Oh, yeah, who's bringing cheesecake?
Cheesecake and pecan pie is what I always bring for the desserts to
Are you
Thanksgiving.
sticking them together again this year?
I only did that 1 year long ago, and it did not come out as I was hoping. So I keep them separate.
What about pumpkin cheesecake?
Nah, I make pumpkin bread is what I do now.
What about blueberry cheesecake?
I mean, we could do that. Everyone really likes it plain. I usually make the plain cheesecake. It's got that nice creamy texture. It stands on its own perfectly fine.
Well, I hope it does. Otherwise, it'll push down.
Yeah. So 2 years ago, I hosted Christmas here. We had Kristen's family over.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
And I made a turkey, and I stuffed it, and I cooked it, and no one got salmonella. Everyone survived.
Did everybody have, you got a new table just for that occasion?
I got a new table just for that occasion, and I made the mashed potatoes. I did the whole milk and butter melt on the stove to add in to get the nice creamy whipped up mashed potatoes. They came out really good, and and so I know I am capable of making a turkey dinner. Now, my aunt, not really the cooking type. So what Thanksgiving has been for a number of years now has been one of those ready to go kits where you buy the kit that comes with the cooked turkey, the stuffing, the mashed potatoes.
Special. I do that sometimes.
Yeah, the whole kit, the whole kit caboodle special. And I mean, we all contribute in our own ways. Like one of my sisters would bring refreshments. I bring the desserts. Different people bring different dishes. She has commented on the price of this kit. Every time she does, we all offer to chip in, and then she stops complaining. And she's never took up a collection. But, the offer's...
Maybe she'll have a jar out this year.
So, here's what I am thinking. I am thinking
PayPal?
I am bummed that my siblings skipped out this year, and I get it. You have two families. You got to be fair. You got to you got to give other families a turn, especially like we've committed to Thanksgiving at the lake every year. We have not spent a Thanksgiving with Kristen's parents, but we see them plenty of times. We see them every other Christmas. We see them other times around holidays. We see them regularly. So Kristen has always gone, and plus Thanksgiving is the only holiday I really see my mom's side of the family, typically. So that's just become kind of an annual, we'll do Thanksgiving with them every year type of thing. Whereas my siblings had been, my sisters had been doing it quite regularly. In fact, it's quite shocking that this year both of them were unable to make it. So I think I need to try to entice them to make sure that this doesn't happen again next year. I don't want this tradition to fizzle out because they missed it one year. So I'm going to try to spice things up. So I'm going to tell my siblings, hey guys, look it. You all commit to coming to the lake house next year for Thanksgiving. I'll volunteer to cook the turkey.
I have a question. How this is going to work, Gators?
Go ahead. What's your question?
My question is, are you going to cook a turkey and just bring it all the way down to the lake house then?
No, I'm going to bring a thawed turkey in a cooler to Pennsylvania the night before.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then I'll wake up early Thanksgiving morning and do the routine, you know.
Okay.
Fry up the onions and the celery, have the seasoned cubed stuffing bread that's ready to go, and mix that all up, stuff the turkey. I'll have a whole timetable, and, you know, we'll have peeled cut potatoes ready to go, and other people will bring other side dishes. You know, I'm sure someone could bring a can of cranberry sauce, and, you know, you know it's Thanksgiving when you see that gelatinous cylinder with the lines of the can still in it.
Yeah, I'm the only one that ever eats it. I usually end up taking the bowl to my plate and just eating the whole bowl on. There's always the leftovers. They're like, oh yeah, no one really touched this stuff except for you. And I'm like, yeah. So then I just go up there, take the bowl, and they're like, well, we're gonna throw that away. No, you're not. And I take a spoon to it and sit down and start eating it.
So Sparky,
honestly, I can eat a whole can of cranberry sauce myself, and I've done it many a time.
So Sparky wants to know where this house in Pennsylvania that the aunt is or is not selling. This house is north of Scranton, outside of Montrose.
Yeah, you don't want to go there.
No, it's nice country up there.
Gators
up in the endless mountains.
Gators, I have a question.
Yes.
Does that house need painting?
No, actually, I think the painting is fine. And if you like crooked floors, this house is your house. I mean,
nice. I want to play marbles on that floor.
Oh yeah, they will.
It's battle marbles. Let's go.
It's the second floor has got a wicked sag. It's been stabilized, but they couldn't level it. So yeah.
Yeah, my sister's bathroom upstairs in their house has a tilt. So every time I go use the restroom, I'm like, this is really weird. There's something wrong. There's been something with the house for 30 years, and I'm like, this is odd.
Sparky asking a very good question. Do all the doors close completely? No, they do not. But the bathroom door has been planed to be sure that one does close.
Do you just shave the bottom of the doors to equal the floor?
Yes.
Okay, that works. Why'd you not see the rest of the doors?
Well, because they weren't as important as the bathroom door.
Wow.
I don't know. I wasn't responsible for planing the doors. All I know is that not all the bedroom doors close. Some of them do, some of them don't, because they get caught up on the floor, and so you just leave those doors open, and the bathroom door has been planed.
I'd be over there with some sandpaper and say, just a second, I'm fixing your door.
Oh, I don't think this was. Door. Oh, this ain't sandpaper fixing. This is get it off the hinges, get a plane, and get a few inches off of there.
Few inches?
What about an orbital sander?
It's quite a sag.
What about a belt sander?
I suppose.
Okay.
I think a plane is what's
What if I take a
really-
knife and whittle it?
Maybe a chainsaw.
Yeah.
Or
Sparky says
actually,
circular saw, John.
a circular saw would do it.
Yeah.
I've done that.
Sparky saying it's a circular saw job. The door's been planed as long as I've been going there, so I don't know who, when, what, how, why, but maybe there was a circular saw involved.
So is the house? The house is just kind of moving around.
Well, I think
towards the doors and stuff, the door frames.
Well, I mean the middle of the floor, the house sags in the middle. So when you go up the stairs, which is on one side of the house, and you turn to go down the hallway, you get a good running start because gravity is really with you. And then when you get halfway across, it starts to go uphill. It's been stabilized.
Can I bring my Hot Wheels cars and race them down the floor?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Awesome. Awesome.
They'll get
That's what matters.
You get some speed on there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, I know at some point they added supports. They did attempt to try to like gently add pressure to try to level or straighten the floor out, but as they started doing that, the people that were doing that didn't like the sounds that they were getting, and they said, "Oh no, we'd best leave that as it is." And when the professionals say we'd best leave that as it is,
I doubt that they're professionals.
What the fuck do you know about who came in to work on the house?
Well, if they're saying that, I don't think they're professionals. You know, so we had our house jacked up,
Okay.
which fixed 80% of the problem. But the house still does kind of move around a little bit.
Okay.
So some of the door frames get torqued, so they won't latch properly, et cetera, et cetera. It's kind of a pain in the ass. Although currently it's better than it was.
Okay.
I mean, some doors would not even close.
Uh-huh.
You know, you got a problem when that happens. And I mean, these guys are pros. They know what they're doing. And yeah, when they're jacking up the house, you hear all kinds of groans and grunts.
Well, they didn't like the sound of what they were hearing. And you know, I think based on the types of sounds they were hearing trying to jack the second floor up, they felt it was too risky to proceed.
So they risk. What did they suggest is going to happen? The house is just going to fall apart.
No, they added supports so that it won't get worse. So it's not going to continue moving, but it's been too far gone to try to jack it back to level. I mean, in reality, if you really cared about things like that, you'd probably just gut it and rebuild. But Sparky asking, is it an old stone foundation? I don't know much about the foundation. I know there's no cellar in there. Sparky wants to know, when was it built? I don't know that. It may I don't know the full history. I believe that the lake, I think what I was told was that the lake used to be some kind of resort. That house used to be a library. There was addition built to the house long ago because the stairs to the second floor used to be outside stairs that would go up and come into the second floor. But at some point they got rid of those stairs, added on to the house, and put stairs on the inside of the house. The house might have had an outhouse and not had indoor plumbing when it was originally built. It has indoor plumbing now. Sparky wants to get more details about the house.
That's right.
And
Look the house up in the county and see if you can find out any information from them. Just online.
I I mean, I have a feeling my aunt and uncle have more details about this house that they've owned for a number of years now, and plus it's been in the family for longer than that too, because they bought it from my grandparents. So that house has been in the family since '72. But yeah, I don't know about details about that.
Yeah,
what
so
year it
my
was
brother
built.
has his first house that he's getting ready to sell
Okay.
is over 100 years old,
Uh-huh.
and it is apparently it's apparently a Sears kit house.
Oh wow, that might be collectible. Now,
Unfortunately, there aren't any original blueprints to prove it.
oh,
In fact, there's one point that
This-
suggests that it's a Montgomery Ward's house.
huh.
But
There's
we
got to be a
don't
way to
think it
determine
is.
that historically. Zillow doesn't have details about the
No,
lake
they
house. No, because it hasn't sold since
Right.
maybe the 90s, and that was
Yeah, Zillow
a
Zillow
direct-
gets information from a realtor.
right. And Zillow does acquire and in fact, if a house has been listed and it's not listed anymore, Zillow doesn't delete the pictures. There are houses that have
They might delete a lot of the pictures. I've seen houses that come off the market and a lot of the pictures are deleted. The main picture will be still there. Some of the details will be gone.
the pictures of my house are still on Zillow.
It all depends, and it may be the realtor that says, you know, we're going to delete all this stuff.
I don't know what controls that, but I do know it's normal for all the pictures to stay for some listings. I have seen that happen. But yeah, I could show you some movies of the lake in the house. I think I've shown this stuff before though, but just for good measure, since Sparky's asking questions, we may as well show some film from winter of '72.
Winter of '72.
Yeah.
Were you around?
No, I wasn't, but the camera
I
was.
was like, okay.
And the house was.
Is this the same camera that you're using today?
Yes, it is. This is the second roll of film that was shot on it, as far as I know.
Wow. See, now you do have information on stuff.
I do.
Trivial stuff that most people don't care about, but we do.
But yeah, and coming around, we'll get to see the boathouse shortly, which was not looking much better than that. Except it was painted red at some point, and then it was torn down last year. So, and there's the house. So, yeah. And there's another house, but that house isn't there anymore.
Look at the house.
And there's a tree that's been cut down. Well, some of those houses are still there, some aren't. And this is a tree that I have started the tradition of filming with the same camera myself every year on Thanksgiving.
It's a way of documenting the tree.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, see, how is that tree doing? We're starting to do that at the beach house.
There you go. Let me see if I
We're
can-
just at the point where, I mean, it is diseased, and we're at the point of deciding whether we have the tree removed or we just trim it to hope that can save it.
Now this was one of the early films that I did with a Caffenol developing in black and white. So this picture is not nearly as good. It looks older, but this film was shot in 2021 at the lake. Do a little zooming in and panning. I panned a little bit. Whoop. And there's the tree.
Tree.
And let's see. I think I have another one here. Somewhere. I might. Yeah, a lot of files. A lot of file names. Oh, here we go. Oh, so there we are. We're going to walk down to take some pictures. I've shown this before. This is where we throw the leaves to get the falling leaves in the pictures.
Oh, yeah. You
yeah.
jump in them.
Yeah.
And you find out there's a giant stone in the middle of it. No, that's not. That's
Right.
not
Or you left your rake in there. And,
Oh, that's unfortunate when that happens.
Yeah. No. We were just
And not the little plastic ones, the big metal ones that used to curl up, go for the whole.
no.
Or even worse, the garden rake that isn't really for leaves, but that's all you had handy. So
the little
you were
claw.
using that and you left it in the.
Oh, the little claw. Can you imagine jumping in one? Oh, that's unfortunate. Don't do that, you guys. Don't do that.
No, don't do that.
Don't perforate yourself, please.
And this is where they want to get the falling leaves in the picture. So they, there we go. Gonna post some more shots around the lake. Anyways, you get the idea of that. And then here is a movie I shot on some expired Ektachrome in 2023. And this roll,
Did it turn out green?
I was gonna try to get it color developed, but that did not work out. So I just did it in black and white. And
How's your developing skills? Have you done much recently?
I have not. I have not in quite a while. Actually, I did not shoot any, and that's a topic. Actually, I have not shot a roll of film since Christmas of last year.
Holy moly! It's almost been a year, Gators.
Yeah, I did
You're
not.
gonna be out of practice.
I was just not feeling the inspiration this past summer.
Do you miss the themes?
I might. Well, here's that tree again, and
Tree.
Yeah, there it is.
I mean, you gotta have a tree in every year. It's just standard procedure.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, 2022, I couldn't get the camera to start up, so I didn't get a shot. And then last year I had a problem with the chemicals because I developed an older roll of Ektachrome in my color chemicals, and it melted in the chemicals, and I didn't realize that's what happened. I thought the roll had just gone bad and nothing came out, but actually the emulsion melted off in the chemicals, even though what I read online suggested that particular roll and how it was marked should have been able to handle warmer processing. It didn't.
It didn't.
And so what I did.
So the attempts to use it in the since then has been for naught.
So what happened is that it unfortunately it compromised the chemicals. So when I went to develop the Thanksgiving roll, the chemicals were all fucked up from the melted emulsion in there, and so the only thing I got out of that was somewhat recognizable was I did manage to get this shot of the tree. But as you can see, there's all kinds of weird things going on with the color there.
It's fine. That's normal. Everybody just look at it, and it's fine. It's normal. It's normal.
Yeah. So that was all I got out of last year's Thanksgiving roll. That was quite unfortunate. But actually, the issue I have is that I've been amassing. Sparky writes in, "You're going to forget how to develop the film." I have notes. I have documentation. I know how to do this. Anyways, I realized something recently, because every now and then I check for cheap film on eBay, because I'll buy expired film at $10 a roll, because you can find it $10 a roll, but you have to hunt around and make offers and wait for it. People try to get $20 or more a roll, and I think it's ridiculous to expect someone to pay $20 for a roll of film that expired in the 70s. That's very unlikely to get anything good out of it. At that point, it's a
But
most.
it's vintage then, right?
It is vintage, but it serves no real practical purpose
Yeah.
except for
So
my
they-
garbage hobby.
To have that film to have on the shelf.
That is a reason to buy something like that. Is kind of a collectible or a shelf piece, a knick-knack maybe. So I buy it to use it to see what I can get out of it. So I hold out for $10 a roll, and if you hold out, you can get $10 a roll. I've had people that are selling lots of 5, and I throw a $40 offer at them so that they can come up to 50, and I'll accept it.
Okay.
And they'll just flat out turn it down, and it's like, who do you think is paying more than $50 for that lot of rotting film?
Someone besides you. 'Cause you
Well-
know they sell it.
Well, the thing is, they stay in my watch bin until I get pissed off looking at them and I remove them. So it's not like they move quickly if they ever do. So I don't know. I think they make a mistake not selling to me, but I'm biased. But recently, I found someone that had 2 rolls, and it had free shipping, and so I threw a $20 offer that come to $10 a roll plus tax, and they accepted it, and they sent it. So I had to go take my film stash box out of the fridge, open it up to add the 2 boxes in there, and I forgot how much film I've amassed. Because even though I've kind of stopped shooting and I never shot that frequently, I've been buying faster than I've been shooting it. So I
Good.
have
That's a good problem to have, right?
it is, except that I have no inspiration except to shoot this tree every year, and I have too much film, more film than I'll ever need for that, probably.
Okay.
But because I mean, how many more years is this house going to still be in the family? It'd be weird. I start showing up like, no, I just came here to film the tree. I do this every year.
You know
Sir,
what? They'd probably be like, oh,
This
okay.
is our house.
Yeah. I'd be like, I'd say, really? You just want to look at the tree? I mean, it's family. Okay, go for it. I don't care. Can I
Come
watch
on
your old
into
tree
our
videos?
yard. Come trespass, please.
I'd be like, you better bring me video. You know what? I want you to cut out all your old tree videos and put them in a montage for me so I can watch it grow over your lifetime. Then I
Yeah.
will let you look at the tree. It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Brian,
So-
did you boot?
What?
Did you boot?
Oh, the trouble, the problem wasn't booting. That was easy. But the 4th drive in my RAID was not showing up.
Oh, boo!
So I discovered that, somewhere, for some reason, the power, you have 2 connectors to the drive.
Yeah, yeah.
One is data, one is power.
Yeah.
The power connection wasn't there.
Oh, where'd it go?
I don't know. In fact, I had the old style Molex connector.
Oh, the Molex,
okay,
yeah.
that's not for this drive. So I had to find an adapter. Oh, I have an adapter. So why isn't it plugged in?
Huh. So, anyways, point is, I need ideas. For
But
what
but the 4th drive is back.
so I need ideas for what to do with this film.
You should shoot Brian's raid.
I don't know about that.
What about watching cats outside with it?
I don't know. It's not that many cats outside.
What about the parking lot across the street with the the blower guy?
Well, that was at nighttime when the lighting wasn't really good enough, especially for film that expired in the 70s.
Well, that's why you have the train light out there, so you just stare at it with your train light and recording them. I'm sure they'll love that.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to do that. Now, Sparky blames Brian's Asian wife.
Oh, is she still the Molex? Brian?
What?
Did your Asian wife steal your Molex connector?
Well, no, it was in there. It just wasn't connected.
Oh, was she supposed to connect it?
Oh.
Not yet. I don't remember why it's disconnected.
Huh.
I mean, it doesn't make any sense.
That's odd. That's really odd. So, I don't-
Tell me about it.
so Brian, if you had an abundance of silent movie film, what would you shoot?
Birds.
Sky.
Birds.
Oh, the birds? But then you can't hear them.
I don't know if we get that many birds. I mean, we have some
Are you
birds.
kidding? You got birds all over the place.
Yeah, but
you
they
just
all
have to
look-
know where to find them.
But they all look the same. They're just your standard run-of-the-mill birds.
If you got the TwitchCon, you could have recorded TwitchCon.
That would have been a good idea.
They would have loved you.
I would have put that spotlight in that, jackass's face. That would have chased him away.
Pretty much.
I was watching TV this afternoon. I had the TV on.
Mhm.
And I kind of glimpsed over and looked out the back door. And I saw the tail of a cat.
Oh, there you go. Sparky writes in, I'd go to a car show and film old 60s cars. It would look like it was filmed when the cars were new. I kind of tried to do that once, and unfortunately the roll that I shot jammed up, and most of it didn't actually shoot.
Call that a mole again. Do it again.
I actually only got about 9 seconds of really bad footage out of that one. So I think I've showed this before, but just to recap, here's my car show attempt, which I got a little bit that shot when we were driving away from the car show, and so I was in.
Oh,
Mike's
that looks
car.
old timey.
Yeah, that.
Those look like new cars, I think.
I was like, what? Why are there 1997, Buick something over there next to the 60s car? I don't
Yeah, right,
understand that.
exactly.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
that one.
But you could
That one just kind of showed up.
But you can see the way that the frames are all jumping. That cart is struggling to. It's not pulling the film evenly, and at that point it just jammed up. And basically, the rest of the roll was just shooting the trees outside just to try to get the roll to the end because I wasn't sure how far it had rolled because the counter was moving even though the film wasn't. So that was another. That's the other thing about that. That's why I won't pay more than $10 a roll because I might get nothing.
True.
I've gotten some cool results considering. Anyways, it's that time of the year.
Well, we got the we got good shots from Sears when we went past
did.
Sears in Hayward.
Yeah, we
So-
got.
I have a question, Gators. Do you keep your box of film next to the Cool Whip, or do you keep it next to like drinks, or what do you keep it next to?
It's on the shelf that I keep the seltzer water on actually.
Okay.
But yeah, we got most of the footage from Sears was from fresh, brand new Tri-X film, so that was like
Oh, right.
primo stuff.
How much does that stuff goes for?
It's like $30 a roll if you can find it. Stock is a little hard to find of the Tri-X, but yeah, $30 for a 3-minute silent movie is.
That's pretty good. That's 10
not-
minutes. That's
it's
about
affordable,
10
but
bucks
it ain't cheap.
a minute.
But our expired Sears roll came out really rough, as you recall.
Right. Oh yeah. Right. Right.
This was the Sears roll. And there you are waving at the camera with the Sears roll, and we mostly used the fresh film. It's just that the fresh film was in the camera that Mars was using, so the shots weren't quite as centered.
Sorry.
No, that was the point. There's all three of us. I tweeted this shot to Sears.
Did you?
and they did not retweet it or respond
Really? They
back.
should have.
Well,
Well, they
those
were
bastards.
Well, they were bankrupt, so whoever owned the account was probably there. There you are with the camera.
Oh, there you go. Wait, you didn't send in the picture of us driving with the security card?
So you know what's interesting? So that Sears store, I think I went by it a couple months ago, and the Sears is still up on the wall, right?
Yeah, it is.
You may as well.
Yeah, it's still there.
Anyway, so not far from us is a Wendy's. We would go there about every week, because I'm in this meeting late. I go home. Okay, what's going to be open? Oh, Wendy's is still open.
Yeah.
So we go to Wendy's. Anyway, last Tuesday I went by there and holy shit, that Wendy's is closed for some reason.
Oh
Or maybe
dear.
they're revamping it.
No,
Brian, maybe
No,
they're
they're
re-adding
completely-
the salad bar. Maybe it's coming back.
no, it's completely gone. The sign was already off the building, and there was this kind of temporary sign that this Mexican, I think much better than Taco Bell.
Hmm.
This Mexican restaurant is coming in.
It's probably a Del Taco.
No. This is, in fact, hang on a sec. I think Google Maps already has it.
Oh.
Oh.
See, dude does have an idea for you Gators.
What's that?
He says you find the cute women and ask if you want to do for the newest trend.
Find cute women of legal age, please, that are buying produce. Ask them, hey, would you like to take part in the newest trend? Oh,
There you go.
No, bad, Dune, bad.
He said make sure they're legal age.
No,
I
wait.
mean-
I know what Dune was thinking. I know what
What?
Dune was thinking. He was thinking,
What?
I would go up to them and ask them, hey, would you like to take part in the newest trend? And if they say sure, I then whip out a pack of Pokemon cards, hand it to them, and say, here you go. Open this up while I film you with my train headlight.
First of all, that's expensive hobby. You know how expensive Pokemon cards are to get?
They can't be much more than film. Well, actually, they probably are more than my film.
They are. You get some, dude, that's like $15 a pack.
Okay, yeah, that is more than what I'm paying
Yeah.
for film.
People are paying a couple $100 for a box or more.
Well, let's take a look here. How
Yeah.
much is a pack of Pokemon cards?
Yeah.
Actually, you can find them as cheap as $6. Maybe it's the single pack typically costs between $6 and $15, depending on the set and seller. Let's see, Sword and Booster pack, 1 pack, 10 cards, $12. Scarlet and Violet Booster Bundle, 6 packs for $28.
Yep.
Journey Together 3-pack booster, 3 packs for $50.
There you go.
Evolving Skies Booster Pack, 1 pack, $96.14 from my B spot.
There you go.
Fuck that. So yeah, no.
It's like,
if you
honey, I love you. I got you 1 pack of Pokemon cards.
dude writes in, yes, that's it.
Yes. Yes.
That's exactly what I was thinking. He was not at all thinking I'd be like, hey, you want to be in my film? Here's a container of blueberries.
Well, you are in the produce section, so.
Yeah, so I just pick up a container of blueberries and I.
Now,
just
are you
say,
gonna go cheap and just give her like the quarter pint or the full pint?
That depends on the framing.
Okay.
You know what we need to get the right angle and
Okay.
for the shot composure.
What
so
What
to
if you
speak.
gave her a bottle of banana juice?
That could work. I think we could do something with that.
Okay.
So yeah, that is a. Oh, dude, writing it. Here are some blueberries. Now, pop a titty.
I was not gonna say that, but damn.
You got 2 options: pop a titty or drop trow. Which one we going with over this shot?
I mean, it depends how expensive
But
blueberries are.
officer,
honestly.
all the cool kids are doing this on Instagram. Have you not seen this?
Here, I'll show you dude's feed.
I gotta be careful. If I if I don't play this carefully, I could end up with a 30-day Twitch ban.
Yeah, you get 3 days Twitch ban.
Yeah, that would not be good. That would.
Yeah, that would be bad.
That would be really bad if I got a 30-day Twitch ban for harassing women at the grocery store.
And the question: Would you go to the shop right near you, or would you go to the good grocery store?
I don't know. That's a good. No, I'd probably go to a grocery store far, far away from here where no one would recognize me.
Oh, they're gonna recognize you. Everybody watches this show. You know that.
Oh yeah,
It just doesn't show it.
Everyone watches this show.
Uh huh.
And they'll say, "Hey, aren't you the guy that has that show that raids the cool show at the end?"
Wow.
That's how I want to be known.
Okay, that works.
Yeah.
Wow, me.
Anyways, it's that time of the year where
Cool Whip?
well, there's Cool Whip and there's beer.
Oh, did you get your October lager thingy from what's his name?
I do buy some Oktoberfest around this time of the year usually. That's kind of a standard.
Is it Sam Adams thing? Is that who it is?
Sam Adams does the Oktoberfest. But what I'm thinking about is I'm looking forward to when the winter pack is going to drop. And this is the time of the year that I reflect on all the fun years I've had drinking Sam Adams' different winter brews and take a little trip down memory lane. And I do have some slides. And if there's one thing that we know is, that guy that has the slideshows is always fun and not at all boring. And so here's a slide from 2010.
Oh no!
Now, Sparky.
Sorry.
Well, yes, it did spike because before I bought the house, someone bought it and fixed it up. They put a new roof on it. They repainted all the rooms. And yeah, they didn't fix all the electrical work properly, but I bought a house that was fixed up with a new roof and new coat of paint. So yes, the price did spike a bit between owners, but that's the flippers game. So yeah, I bought off a flipper, and then I found out all the corners that the flipper cut throughout the years of working on the house. So, would I have been better off buying it when it needed a new roof and paying for the roof myself and painting it myself? Maybe.
Roofs
I didn't
are
have
expensive. I don't know about that.
I didn't have that opportunity because by the time I was looking at the market, this is what was on the market, and this was an estate that was ready to move in, and that worked with my budget. But yeah, it did spike before I bought it because work was done on it, and someone. Anyways, as I was about to say, beer. So back in the Oakland days when I was doing the show from the kitchen, beer was kind of a focus point of the show at times, because when I lived in Maine, I typically just bought Molson every week and had some beers on Friday and Saturday night. But when I moved to Maine, and when I moved out of Maine to California, that's when I started to get a little more adventurous about the different beer options in the grocery store, and it kind of became a topic, a regular thing that every week I would buy a different pack of beer, and I would add it to the fridge, and I would drink some of the previous ones and some of the new ones, and when you buy a different pack every week, you kind of build up an eclectic mixture of different beers in your fridge so that you have a lot of variety. And so 2010 was the last winter I lived in Oakland, because in summer of 2011 I moved to Hayward. And that winter was the first winter that I found the Sam Adams winter pack. And so in 2010, I bought one of these packs because not only was it something different to buy that week, but it was a variety. And I had never been a huge Sam Adams fan because what I knew of Sam Adams was Boston Lager. And I never cared for Boston Lager. I don't dislike Boston Lager, but it was never a favorite of mine. But it was like, oh, how cool. It's winter themed. It's kind of got that Christmassy feel to it. It's variety, which I like variety. And so I absolutely loved the idea of this pack. And this pack really introduced me to different concepts in beers, like porters and chocolate flavoring in beers with the chocolate bock. And also this introduced me to winter lager, which is a standard that they sell on their own every year that has been my wintertime favorite standard. And so all 6 beers in the 2010 variety pack have been standards that have come and gone over the years, but they've all been in this pack for multiple years. Boston Lager, it used to be that the flagship brand was always in every variety pack, but last year they actually dropped the Boston Lager out of the pack. And I kind of missed that because since it's not my favorite, I don't ever buy it on its own. I usually like their seasonal brews better. But now that they don't include it in their packs, I haven't had a Boston Lager in a while. I might have to, just for the heck of it, pick up a 6 or 12 pack of it one of these days. The chocolate bock was really something unlike anything I had had before. I had never heard of or had a chocolate beer before this. And 2010, I believe, was the first year they put it in the winter pack. Previous to that, it was introduced as a specialty Valentine's Day type of beer in February. Winter lager is a decent lager with some nice winter spice and seasons in it. Old Fizzy-Wig Ale is also very similar in that wintertime spice and season, and I've always looked forward to that. Holiday Porter was a very strong beer. It was my introduction to a very strong dark beer. And the White Ale is kind of the only one I really didn't like in this pack. And the White Ale has come and gone over the years. They actually dropped it out of the pack after 2010. But then in 2012, they rebranded it as White Christmas and continued to have that until 2014. And in some of those years, they even sold it on its own. And then it disappeared. And then they brought it back in 2020 as Holiday White Ale. And it's been back ever since. And I have to say, I think they've made improvements to it in the years that they've tweaked it. Because the Holiday White Ale, it's not my favorite, but it has grown on me. And I typically don't buy it on its own, but I will drink. I do enjoy it from the variety pack at this point. And so that was like, this pack was like, it had all the winter standards. This was a great year. This was a great introduction to Sam Adams winter beers. And then in 2011, I'm like, oh boy, the winter pack is back. I'm going to buy it again. And I was kind of surprised when I got home and I saw, oh, they changed it. They got rid of the white ale, which I didn't like, and they added the Black and Brew, which was a coffee flavored beer. And that's the only year they did
put beer
that.
in my coffee, but
You don't like beer in your coffee?
I don't like beer in my coffee.
How about coffee in your beer?
No,
No.
I don't like beer.
Well, Mars isn't a drinker.
No.
He thinks the beer is smelly and stinky.
Yeah, it is.
It is.
But that's me though.
That's you. Yeah.
Yeah.
And to each their own. Now, Brian, what about you? Do you still drink a beer now and then?
Lately, I've been drinking Modelo Especial.
That's a nice light crisp beer.
Is that the box?
Box?
I don't know.
Well, they
Oh,
come
it comes in a bottle.
the bottles are
Oh,
packed in boxes.
We're on tap.
Okay. I just wondered if that was in the box.
But I don't buy much beer. I'll buy. I'll get a beer at a restaurant.
Yeah, my sister goes to the wineries in Sonoma or Napa and does mostly Sonoma because it's closer, I think, and does the winery tour.
Well, there's a Mexican place that we go to that's in Dublin. There's also been I've had it in California Pizza Kitchen.
Cool.
I mean, hey,
Now,
beer goes with pizza.
do you ever drink any of the Sam Adams varieties?
No.
And it's kind of ironic that I got into Sam Adams beer when I lived in California, and then I moved to Massachusetts where it's local. So it's
When you were at Tharco, did you ever go to Drake's Brewery?
no, I never did.
Yeah, that was kind of fun. In fact, I thought they were gone, but I just kind of looked at them. Oh no, they're still there.
Yeah, that's
They're
cool.
you know where the Walmart on Davis Street is,
Right.
San Leandro.
Yeah.
It's kind of tucked
Is that Walmart
tucked
still
behind it.
there?
What?
Is that Walmart still there?
I think so. I
The
mean,
building might be.
it's
Yeah.
marked. It's marked as being there.
Okay.
All
Of course,
right.
then again on Google Maps, the Wendy's that is now closed is gone.
Huh.
Is still there, and they still show the sign on the building.
Interesting. So, yeah, 2011 they only changed the one beer, and that was also the over the years they've had a lot of one-offs that they've only ever done 1 year, and Black and Brew was one of those 1 year only varieties, which adds a little bit of fun to it to have something different each year.
Oh, yeah.
That's
Yeah,
only
yeah.
for that year. 2012 was another pretty standard pack. That's the year that they got rid of the beer, the coffee one, and that's when they brought back White Ale, rebranded as White Christmas.
Did you say why did you change that back? Go away. Give me back my other one.
I was kind of bummed about that. I would have rather had the coffee beer than the White Christmas, and that's when they started selling White Christmas on its own. So they were, but they still sold the Winter Lager on its own. But all in all, it was the same pack they had the year before, basically just White Ale's called White Christmas now.
Mm-hmm.
So I couldn't really complain about that pack. 2013, they brought in some interesting varieties only that year, and I have pictures of some of those individuals. Instead of the chocolate Bock, they experimented with it, and they made it a cherry chocolate Bock.
Oh, that
I
sounds
remember-
disgusting.
When I first saw that pack, I was like, ooh, that sounds interesting. And it wasn't disgusting, but it wasn't as good as the chocolate Bock. It was kind of...
cherry chocolate. That's the thing.
Yeah, no, the cherry's hard to get just right. Although Sam Adams does their cherry wheat ale that's really popular. But
Okay.
I think that it was I think I was not alone in the thought that this is not as good as chocolate Bock, because they never did it again. They never did the cherry chocolate Bock again after that. This is what the Fizzywig bottle looked like that year. And that year was also the only year that they had a Juniper IPA.
You're drinking a tree?
Yeah, drinking a tree. It tasted very kind of flowery. I didn't like it, but I didn't hate it. So that pack was kind of a... It was still a good pack. It was still worth buying. But between the cherry chocolate Bock not being as good as a chocolate Bock and the holiday porter being ditched for the Juniper IPA, it was not as good as the previous years. And 2014 was the worst pack ever. I refused to buy it that year because that was the year that they stripped it down to 4 varieties. Boston Lager, which you could buy on its own, and I didn't even care for that much. White Christmas, which you could buy on its own, and I didn't like. Winter Lager, which I did like, but you could easily buy on its own. And the old Fizzywig Ale. And to me, it really wasn't worth buying that variety pack for 2 Fizzywig Ales and Boston Lagers and White Christmases that I didn't really care. That was a lot of beers I didn't like that I had to drink.
No, I wonder about it.
I remember I was pissed that year. I was like, what the fuck did you do to your pet? That was the year that I started tweeting Sam Adams complaining at them. And I think they offered a 24-pack version that included chocolate Bock. But for some reason, they did not include the chocolate Bock in the 12 packs. And I could only get 12 packs. And that's why I called Bevmo
Oh, I remember that. Was that in 2014?
That was 2014, I think.
Damn.
2014, we called Bevmo and asked them, why don't you carry the 24-pack that includes a chocolate Bach? And the guy said, we had to buy it by the pallet. We can't sell a pallet of that. And so then ingenious struck, and I asked the guy, could you recommend anything like the chocolate Bach? And that's when he recommended the Sam Smith Organic Chocolate Stout. And so I drove into that Bevmo, and I bought the Sam Smith Chocolate Organic Stout. I bought the Sam Smith Tatty Porter, and I discovered, oh my God, there are chocolate beers that are way better than Sam Adams Chocolate Bach, and there's porters that are way better than Sam Adams Holiday Porter. And so that really opened up my world to buying superior beers. And now Sparky is asking a question about my house, I think. Once I said there are pictures of my house online, Sparky started snooping. That is where the chimney comes through from the basement. There used to be a wall there probably back in the day, but since they made it an open floor plan on the first floor, they had to hide the chimney. And so that column is where the chimney comes through. Thank you for your interest in my house, Sparky. That is also where I ran a bunch of wires to get more power circuits up into the attic to power the second floor and get rid of the old knob and tube wiring that was powering the whole second floor. Back to our pictures. 2015 was, I believe, my first winter back on the East Coast.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. And that pack was a second golden age of Sam Adams winter packs. They went back to 6 beers. They brought back the chocolate Bach. They brought back the holiday porter. They still had the fizzy wig and the winter lager, and they ditched the white Christmas, and they added sparkling ale as their new addition for the year. What a perfect pack. It had all my favorite standards and something new that didn't taste of flowers. What a pack and no cherries.
There you go.
And there's a picture of all the bottles there with the sparkling ale, the chocolate Bach, the holiday porter is back. It was like they've learned the error of their ways, and they listened to their customers, and they gave us back a classic. 2015. That was redemption after that shitty 2014. Yeah, hard to believe it was 10 years ago. 10 years ago was my first winter. But I've been back east 10 years now.
Wow.
And then 2016 was a really cool year because they introduced 2 new beers that year. Now, to make room for the 2 new beers, they did have to drop the holiday porter, which was a bit of a bummer. But we got the Hop Flake White IPA, Piney and Crisp, Lemongrass Ale. And we got a ginger beer that year.
Oh,
and our old favorites, the chocolate Bach, the fizzy wig, the winter lager, Boston lager. I don't remember a whole lot about the Hop Flake White IPA. I wasn't big into IPAs then, so I really don't remember. But I do remember the ginger beer being a nice change of pace and liking that. It's too bad they only ever did those that year. And then 2017, they kept the same core 4 standard, the Boston lager, the winter lager, the fizzy wig, the chocolate, and they added oatmeal stout and an amber Bach.
See, there you go. You got your breakfast.
And I like it. I love oatmeal stout. Sam Smith makes a really good oatmeal stout. Now, Sam Adams' oatmeal stout's probably not going to be as good as Sam Smith, but it was still really good. I really enjoyed it. And it was helpful to have that when they still didn't have holiday porter, because oatmeal stout was another dark beer in that same vein. So that was another good year. I mean, this was a golden age of winter packs. And then 2018 and 2019 happened. What are you laughing at?
Sparky Toaster asked if you're in bedroom 1, 2, 3, or 4.
Number 3. Closets over there.
Please.
Door to the hallways over there. Windows over there.
You know what, Sparky? It's going to come over and just say, yeah, I already know
Number-
your full apparatus fine. I know where everything
Number 3. I'm sitting in bedroom number 3. Thank you for your interest in my house, Sparky. So 2018, 2019 was not awful. On the one hand, we still had our Fizzy-Wig, and we still had our chocolate Bock, and we still had our winter lager and Boston lager, and they brought back the holiday porter. But they gave us nothing new. They gave us all our old standards, but then they threw in Sam 76 lager to fill the hole instead of putting something new in there, which was just another standard year-round beer that they sold. So I was kind of bummed. And not only that, they did that same thing 2 years in a row.
Oh.
So it was kind of like, we went from having something new every year to here's your winter standards.
Oh, maybe it was money-wise.
But it was still better than 2014. So,
Okay.
And then 2020 happened, the year of the awful.
Well, that's because, nobody was around. That was during the time.
Yeah. But they did get out a pack. But and the pack still had holiday porter. It had a new IPA in there. Man, I can't read this box. Do I have a better picture of this box? No, that's 2021. Yeah, I don't have a good picture of the 2020 box. But the 2020 pack had the Boston Lager. It had the winter lager. It had the holiday porter still. They brought back the holiday white ale. And then they continued to add the Sam 76, which who needs a Sam 76 in their winter pack? And then they added a new IPA called American IPA. But the worst...
That sounds like it'd be near the 4th of July. You should have that one.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, the American IPA wasn't particularly wintry. The bringing back white ale was... this is when it started growing on me. But continuing to have the Sam 76. But the worst thing was, this was the first year in all the years I was buying this pack that they dropped the Fizzy-Wig ale out of the box. And I think you all remember how much I bitched about it that year.
Mm-hmm.
I was quite pissed about that. That was a year of no Fizzy-Wig. It was a sad year. But they still had the holiday porter, which I think that's the last year they've done the holiday porter. They've ever since then. Oh no, I take that back. 2021 they did still have the holiday porter. 2021 was a small redemption. They continued to throw an IPA in the pack. This time they called it Reunion IPA. They kept holiday porter. They kept the newly branded holiday white ale. They had the winter lager, and they brought back old Fizzy-Wig. And they even labeled on the box, "It's back," because they got that many complaints.
They probably got a
about
lot
it.
of people mad, yeah.
And that's when they 2021 is when they changed the name of the pack to the Beers for Cheers, which I think is what it's continued to have.
Oh. Isn't that the winter pack anymore?
No, it's actually it's changed a bit over the years, because as we could see through my pictures, in 2010 and 11 it's called Winter Classics. 2012 it's still called Winter Classics. 2013 they started calling it Winter Favorites.
Oh, okay.
In 2014 it was continued to be called Winter Favorites. 2015 they went back to Winter Classics. 2016 it was still Winter Classics. 2017 Winter Classics, 2018-19 Winter Classics, 2020 Winter Classics, 2021 Beers for Cheers. So it was mostly called Winter Classics, some years Winter Favorites, and then since 2021 it's been Beers for Cheers.
Okay.
But they brought back the Fizzywig. They continued giving us new IPAs. 2022 was an okay year. They had the cold IPA, the black lager, as their new additions. Black lager was the return of something that they have previously sold, but I had never had it before. They continue to have Old Fizzywig. But at this point, notice Chocolate Bock has been missing for a long time. Holiday Porter got dropped. So the pack really, and then that brings us to 2023, the last year of a bottled variety pack.
They got rid of the bottles? That's sad.
2023 was the last year they had them. And it's also the last year they've added something new because they continued to have the cold IPA and they had the oaked vanilla porter.
I bet that was good.
It was good. And last year they went to cans only, and they kept the oaked vanilla. And they went to cans only, and they made it only 4 varieties instead of 6 varieties, and they dropped the Boston Lager.
And you wonder why people don't buy them.
Well, I think people buy them. It's just that it's not as... I mean, they kept the Oak Vanilla Porter, which was cool that they kept one of their new ones for... Oak Vanilla Porter coming back a second year was the first time I saw something new come back a second year in a long time.
But you had to go for a can this time instead of bottle.
Right.
Which would change the taste.
Now, all the others you could get in bottles. Old Fizzywig Ale, they sold in 6-packs in bottles on its own. Winter Lager, every year they sell that in 6 and 12-packs in bottles. And Holiday White Ale, ever since they brought that back under that name, they've been selling it on its own. So I could buy 3 out of 4 of these varieties. The only reason to buy this box is for the oaked vanilla porters. So I think I only bought like 2 of these last year, and I bought a lot of bottles of things on their own. And so that's my trip down memory lane I take every year, thinking about, smiling a bit, thinking of all the Sam Adams. I like Winter Lager. I buy that on its own if I can't find the variety pack. I like a lot of these varieties that have come over the years, but I feel we're in a bit of a rut right now. 2018 and 19 was a return to standard after years of new things. And then lately, we just have...
What about 2025? Did you come up with anything good?
Well, they haven't announced their winter beer. So this is kind of where I play the game of wondering and maybe guessing. Maybe take a little guess and see if I get it right. A prediction, so to speak.
Oh, okay.
I predict that they're probably going to stick to the Holiday White Winter Lager Fizzywig. I predict it's still going to be cans only because the fall pack was also cans only and only 4 varieties. So I think the real question is, are they going to bring back Oak Vanilla Porter for a 3rd year? Or are they going to put something new in there?
They're going to put a pumpkin spice one in.
No, pumpkin spice is a fall beer. They wouldn't.
I bet
do
that
that.
tastes horrible.
I like it.
Okay.
It's not for everyone. So heck, they might even drop the Holiday White, because if we look at the past, they brought back the White Christmas for 3 years and then they dropped it for 4 years, 5 years actually, and now they've had the Holiday White in the pack for 5 years in a row. They might. It's kind of hard to say. On the one hand, they keep bringing it back, and they've had it for 5 years. On the other hand, they have dropped it at times. So I wonder if they'll drop the Holiday White to free up room for something new this year. They did give us a new beer in the fall pack this year. So they do seem to be... I wonder if doing a new beer in the fall indicates that they're going to want to do something new in the winter. Because last year, notice there's nothing new in this pack. It was all in the previous year. So are they going to do a 3rd year of Oak Vanilla Porter? Are they going to drop Holiday White? Are we just going to get the same old pack as we got last year? I'm going to make an optimistic prediction. I think they're going to probably keep the Holiday White. I think it's been popular. They've kept it for 5 years. That's the longest they've kept it in the time I've been doing this. I think they're going to drop the oak vanilla porter. I don't think we're going to get a third year of it.
Why
I think
do chocolate Bach? You think it's gone forever?
I don't know about chocolate. Chocolate Bach has been gone from the holiday packs since 2020.
What about the Black and Brew?
The Black and Brew was a one-off. I doubt they'll bring that back. But the
I
chocolate
don't know.
Bach,
He's big these days, maybe.
but the chocolate Bach in 2021 and 2022, if I recall correctly, they did sell on its own in 6-packs. But the last 2 years, they have not had chocolate Bach on its own in 6-packs. I would love to see that come back. I'm kind of think it's a 50-50. It'd be interesting if they could. I'd love to see them return to a pack of bottles with 6 varieties, and they have the chocolate Bach back and something new. But given that they didn't do bottle variety pack for fall, I don't think they're going to do a bottle variety pack for winter. I'm very disappointed in them for doing that.
You should try to look and see if they have a Sam Smith version of the full of a box set for the holidays.
No, I mean, you could make your own Sam Smith box set, but they don't sell them. You can buy them separately, but when you make your own 6-pack, it's way more expensive than buying an actual 6-pack of something. And actually, the Sam Smiths tend to come in 4-packs. They're a little pricey. I actually have some Sam Smith oatmeal stout in the fridge I bought this past weekend. I had one of those. It was so good. I hadn't had one of those in a while. And I still have some organic chocolate stouts in the fridge from last year. So yeah. So I'm going to guess that they're going to do something new this year. And I'm going to guess that it's going to be a dark beer or, you know what, it'll probably be an IPA, but I'm going to hope for a dark beer.
What was the black one you said they did? They went to a black beer or something, right?
Well, there was one called Black Lager that they had
probably do that one
in 2022. Well, they only did that 1 year though, so it would be very I haven't seen them come back to a one-off a few years later.
Well, when will you find out? When do they usually put these out?
That I don't know. You know, 2 years ago when we were talking about this, while I was doing the speculation and guessing, Brian interrupted me and told me that Sam Adams had listed them on their page that day, and told us that was when Brian Blues broke the news 2 years ago about the oaked vanilla porter.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I know about Opie and Anthony.
Oh, I was in New Jersey when that happened. That was big news.
Yeah,
that was big news. Brian bringing the tidbits in. From 2000 to 2002, the company sponsored a radio show on WNEW-FM 102.7 WNEW called Opie and Anthony. Yeah, they were pretty. Didn't they go national at some point?
They were national.
I don't even. I don't know them.
You don't know? Oh, no.
They were national for a while.
Damon was big fans of them.
Yeah.
I think he modeled his show after them. The hosts
I think a couple stations did, honestly, I'm going to tell you.
I forgot that it was Sam Adams that was the sponsor on that.
Well, the promotion is called Sex for Sam.
I forgot that's what it was. I didn't remember that's what it was called. Sam Adams did a good job of distancing themselves from that because they were not talked about it in the news that I heard. Mm-hmm. The host created a promotion called Sex for Sam, in which hosts Opie and Anthony encourage couples to have sex in notable public places in New York City. On August 15th, 2002, a Virginia couple was charged with public lewdness after attempting to have sex in a vestibule at St. Patrick's Cathedral.
I hope they won.
This led to the firing of the radio hosts a week later. Yeah, that was. But I think they got rehired elsewhere. They made names for themselves.
Yeah.
doing
that. They were past 20 too. I think that's when they became national, wasn't it?
I think that's when they went to XM.
Yeah.
Probably. I don't remember the details now.
Until there was a falling out between the two, I think, or something. I don't remember what happened, but
I was not a shock jock fan.
I wasn't
really
either.
at that time. I was into music, or I was into 101.5 style talk radio, which is more of your news discussion call-in shows, which I thought
like
was,
your NPR with your car show and your other show.
I actually, yeah, I did listen to What Do You Know When I Can Get In WNYC. But
Car
yeah.
Talk, or what it was called.
Car Talk I didn't like as much back then. I didn't get to that till later. But there we go. Anyways, what was I saying? I think was it Opie and Anthony that did the $100,000 call-in contest that you could call in to win $100,000.
I don't remember, but
you know
I
what?
didn't listen to a lot of Opie and Anthony. I listened to them randomly here and there on the internets.
Yeah, it was Opie and Anthony. We got to play that the $100,000. So they had promoted this contest for quite a while for the chance to win $100,000, and this here is the result when someone called in and won the prize.
Away $100,000.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, there was a time we gave away $100,000.
Yes.
We haven't played this thing in a while, Anthony. A lot of new listeners. We were at a radio station in the Boston area, and one day we decided to give away $100,000. And here's the winning phone call. Check it out. Hi, who's this?
Hey, it's Craig from Waltham.
Hey, Craig. Guess what?
Oh, did I win?
You are the 107th call.
Candy bar.
What? No way, you're kidding, right?
107.
Oh, wow.
107th caller. Congratulations.
$100,000. Oh my God.
You just won $100,000, bro.
Oh Jesus. Do you know what I'm gonna do with that?
What are you gonna do with the
Oh man,
$100,000?
the first thing I have this old. Oh, I cannot. Jeez, I gotta come.
Calm down. Calm yourself.
I am the winner. I'm the winner.
Well, what are you gonna do with $100,000, bro?
I got this. Oh man, I got this box for a truck. I've got to get a new one. A new. Oh, that. Oh.
Wait, dude. How are you gonna do that with a candy bar?
What?
I
do
knew
that
it.
with a candy bar. We just gave you a $100,000
I have
candy
a
bar.
feeling.
What do you mean?
We gave away $100,000. It's a candy bar, bro. Congratulations.
What?
You just won a candy bar.
Hey, what the f*** you been I've been listening to f***ing radio for like 3 hours, man. You said $100,000.
Yeah, $100,000. We gave you a candy
That's
bar.
a candy bar.
Congratulations, buddy.
Oh, you guys are a bunch of douchebags. Hey.
Congratulations, man.
Uh-oh.
Like sands through the hourglass.
Yes, that was. I didn't remember. That was before New York. They were in the Boston area.
Yeah,
That's
Boston.
interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking at their Wikipedia page. Is like, so they were on Long Island, and then they were in Boston, and then they were in New York City, and then they did.
They made names for themselves.
Oh, there was a feud with Howard Stern.
Oh yeah, there was.
Well, yeah, because I mean, Howard Stern was kind of the shock jock king at that time, and so
Sure.
of course, if you're going to make a name for yourselves, you're going to go after number one, and you're gonna feud, whether you have a personal beef or not with them. It's just natural that you're gonna be in competition, and that's gonna be part of what your thing is. I think the guy actually tried to sue them for the $100,000.
Really?
Well,
He
someone
didn't
said
say dollars. That's $100,000.
someone said on the comment that they did, but I read on the internet, must be true. Let me see if I can find an actual article about
That's
it.
probably on Snopes or something.
It's yeah. Let's see if it says on their Wikipedia page. Let's see. One of their most notable stunts during their time at WAAF was $100,000, a stage giveaway of $100,000, which was hyped on the air for several weeks. When it was time for the duo to give away the prize, the winning caller instead received a $100,000 chocolate bar instead of the money. It was at WAAF where the show started its long-running Whip 'em Out Wednesday segment that involved women flashing their breasts to drivers with a WOW sticker on their car. Oh, I remember seeing those stickers everywhere in New Jersey, the WOW stickers. But they don't talk about if there was a They don't talk about the 100 grand thing on this page, though, whether or not there was a lawsuit. You know what? I'll ask Copilot. Did Opie and Anthony get sued over the 100 grand prank? No, Opie and Anthony were not sued over the 100 grand candy bar prank. The infamous prank took place in the mid-1990s. While the stunt sparked outrage and backlash from the winner and the public, there's no record of a lawsuit being filed against them for this incident. However, a similar prank by a different station did result in legal action. In 2005, a woman named Norisha Gill sued WLTO-FM in Lexington, Kentucky, after winning a contest advertised as 100 grand and receiving a candy bar instead of cash. She claimed breach of contract and was later offered $5,000 as a settlement.
Wow.
Opie and Anthony did face legal trouble for other antics, most notably the assault on the media campaign, which led to a lawsuit after a fan injured a news reporter with an air horn. But the candy bar gag, while deceptive, didn't cross the legal threshold. That's too bad. Sounds like you can get you can get $5 grand if you threaten to sue. Apparently, Sparky laughing at you with a candy bar. It's an old joke, but it checks out. So Brian, I hope I didn't bore you to tears too much with my stroll down beer memory lane. YouTube bars. But
Yeah, it is fun.
Brian, you have any favorite winter beer stories that you want to share to
None.
have some contribution here?
Actually, there is a Modelo also has a Negra.
I do
And
like.
a friend of mine prefers that, and I kind of go, yeah. And I tried one once, and that's good. It has extra flavor, but it's kind of like just another ale. To me, it's nothing special. I'll just go with the regular special.
I actually prefer the Negra,
Which is fine.
But I do like them both.
Better than a candy bar.
Yeah. In fact, in California, that was a staple that I oftentimes stocked the fridge with.
A candy bar?
No, the Modelo Especial in Negra.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Those are often in my fridge. So yeah, those are old.
In fact, is that beer popular on the East Coast?
I think they do have it, but I haven't bought it in a long time. One of the things about that beer is it comes in clear glass bottles, which is not good for the beer. I've not run into many problems with that, but that is a thing.
Well, keep it out of the sun or drink it faster.
Right. Yeah, you don't want to keep that around too long. But yeah, I haven't bought a pack of that in a while. I think they have it at the Ciabra. I forget if that's where I've seen. I know I've seen it some places around here, but usually I've been buying. Once I moved back east, since I kind of had Modelo burnout because I had drank it for years in California.
Sure.
And when I moved out here, I could get Yingling here, which is brewed in Pennsylvania, and so it's kind of local to the east. You don't get Yingling.
Sounds like it's Japanese.
So I started drinking Yingling as kind of my regular standard beer. So I haven't really picked up Molson or Modelo in years. So maybe one of these days I need to. Well, I know what happened. I think I did like a blind taste test one time to decide what do I like out of my standards. Do I like Molson? Do I like? I had 4 different beers that I did a blindfold test with, and Yingling came out on top. And you know what? But variety is good, which is why I'm looking forward to the winter pack. But
so in Singapore there's a Singha beer.
Singha.
Singha.
Yeah, that sounds cool. And you like that?
I'm sorry, that's in Thailand. My error, but you could get it there. And then there was a whole program about the company and the brewery and all this kind of stuff and the details how it's brewed. It was on television, and it came up with a big old banner saying, "This will not be shown in Malaysia."
Huh.
That's funny.
No beer in Malaysia then.
Well, alcohol is not.
Is banned there? Taboo?
Yeah. I'm not sure what the legal status, but probably not encouraged. Let's put it that way.
Okay, it's not in the
Probably no commercials, no nothing. I bet.
Huh.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Well, on that note, I guess we need to. Well, I guess the question is do we do the tree story next week, or do we do it post Halloween, or do we do the tree story again this year?
I don't know.
I would say yeah, and I would say next week.
You want to do the tree story again?
Well, I mean that's the standard, isn't it?
It is. You know what? At this point, we should see if you can tell the story from memory.
I
from
did
all
it.
the
I did
years.
it 1 year.
You did. Next year is Brian's turn to see how much he remembers of the story, and we'll see. And I might, I could help nudge it along where we need to. But yeah, we should let Brian tell the story next week.
No, well, but you got the pictures. You're.
Well, I bring up Google Street Maps is what I do, or websites. But we'll see how we can try to mix it up next week. But yeah, this has been another fun-filled edition of
Insert title here.
But we do try to be educational here, so I think we've all learned a whole lot. So Mars, what have you learned this week?
Gator's special Thanksgiving tree at the lake house grows every year.
And Brian, what have you learned this year? This week?
This year.
This year.
What did you learn this year, Brian?
We got the winter beer thing all under control.
Let's hope so.
Have they actually released it yet or no?
Yeah.
Not yet. This is a trip down memory lane while I make a prediction for what we're going to get. And my prediction is they're going to drop the oaked porter. They're going to keep the white, and we're going to get something new.
Well, we'll see. Yeah, there'll be another whole show on it.
Yeah. Sparky writes in, I learned which bedroom Johnny streams from, bedroom 3. And I learned that Sparky now knows the layout of my house and knows which corner of the house to bob if he wants to get me while I'm doing a show from 8 to 10 p.m. Eastern time on Monday.
Just bring a ladder.
Yeah.
Just bring a ladder. We'll hold the door open for you. All right. On that note, let's see who we can raid. We could raid our favorite. We could raid. Yeah, Ray Rachel or Pineapple Hoops aren't live this week, so let's go with our favorite. Let's raid Tired Actor again. We like Tired Actor.
We do.
We do. I always like it when I get to raid her.
By the way, the big beer that's in Singapore is Tiger Beer.
Tiger Beer. That sounds good.
And I have seen that and purchased it in at Bevmo.
And they also got soda.
Woohoo!
I don't think they're going to let me raid Tired Actor because I think we only got one view at the moment. So, yeah, no, we can't raid Tired Actor. So we're going to have to find someone else to raid this week. Huh. You know, I this is one of these times where Ray Rachel is live this week. Let's see who else is live. May Lou. I don't know who that is. Pork Bob. We haven't rated in a while. Liz Vega. Who's Liz Vega? The Songery. Okay. Well, that's playing a commercial. So, That's playing a commercial too. So I'm playing 2 commercials simultaneously now. Thank
Nice.
Thank you, Frank's Red Hot at Taco Bell. And thank you, Xbox Game Pass. All right, so the Songery is on break, so let's not raid them. Oh, no, wait. That was the ad. All right. Oh, so Liz Vega's got a harp. Oh,
a harp. All right.
A harp.
Nice.
Let's do that. Let's
Harpsichord.
raid our single viewer. Oh, darn, I lost it. How do I spell the name? Oh, there we go. Liz Vega with 2 Z's. All right. Well, we'll be back next week with the tree story. And Liz Vega doesn't let us raid either.
Oh, man.
All right. Well, we only got 1 viewer. It's not worth rating anyone. So, yeah, I think Sparky's the single viewer. I think all this beer talk bored Mod Pro to tears.
You mean I don't count?
I don't know.
I don't count.
I see.
Twitch isn't doing accurate counts recently, you guys. Just to let you know.
Sparky, you win the opportunity to pick where you're going to go view next, and that's the raid.
Will there be a poll involved?
I probably maybe about 10 polls and 10 tabs.
I'll see you guys later.
All right. Good night,
All right,
Sparky.
see ya.
Good night,
Night.
everyone. Good night.
Good one.